Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1981 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Detroit Tigers and the Texas Rangers at Arlington Stadium. On the mound for Detroit is Jack Morris, whose record is 4-2 with a 4.81 ERA. And pitching for the Rangers today is Jim Farr, whose record is 3-8 with a 6.19 ERA. And so here we are, first day of June. I personally took the day off yesterday. I was not feeling well once I got home from work, and still not feeling great today, but we're going to power on through it and keep this season alive. We're 3 games under 500 as we head here into June. Of course, this is the halfway point of our season as the end of July. I guess there's a few games into August. That'll complete our season because it is a strike-shortened season. The All-Star game is going to fall in the normal place, which is early to mid-July. It's going to be on the 10th officially here, so that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. And so before we get started with today's game, I just wanted to give a rest in peace to Mike Marshall, who passed away 2 days ago. I was going to mention this, of course, in yesterday's game if I had played it. But yeah, Mike Marshall passed away. He was a former Detroit Tiger draft pick, and he pitched for the Tigers the year before they won the World Series. He was awesome, but they didn't use him in '68. And then in '69, he was the 53rd overall pick in the expansion draft to the Seattle Pilots. And they tried to convert him into a starter, as you can see here. He went 3-10 with a much, much worse ERA. And then, of course, the Pilots went to Milwaukee, and he was traded to Houston, and then Houston to Montreal. But the important thing to mention here is that he was a Cy Young Award winner. He did win the Cy Young in 1974, in which he pitched 106 games, still a record. He had 92 the year before that. And in 1979, he threw another 90. So he holds a record with 162 games in a season. The other record he holds, which is just as crazy, is he pitched in 13 consecutive games in this season. So he had a rubber arm for someone who was primarily a relief pitcher. But that rubber arm broke right in 1977. He actually was the second player to get Tommy John surgery, right behind Tommy John. And he bounced back, and as you can see here, he was really back to his old form. In this game in 1980, you'll see his numbers here with Baltimore. He's still on the Orioles, but he's in AAA, and I'm not sure as he goes to free agency at the end of the season if he'll retire or not in this game. But a great pitcher in his time, really one of the first relief pitchers to, pitch regularly, get saves, and he was, by all accounts, a pretty good dude too. So he did have one, I say that, but he did have one incident in his retirement where he threw some baseballs from his garage at a woman who got out of her truck because she thought that he had let his dog loose. So he felt like he was being harassed, and he threw baseballs at her pickup truck and ended up doing a little bit of jail time. So at any rate, so rest in peace to Mr. Mike Marshall. Okay, so here we go today. We have Jack Morris on the mound. We will not have Weaver. We will not have Tobik, 2 right-handers, because of needing them in yesterday's game. They got blown up a little bit. So I did make some minor league moves. I brought up Dave Rucker, who pitched briefly, and he pitched a couple games where he had pitched more than one inning. So I sent him down, brought up Comstock, and now I've just switched him back. And then for the first time, we're going to see Dave Patterson, who we got in the trade for Steve Kemp from the Dodgers. So, okay, so just a couple of minor moves there. Hopefully they'll help us get our bullpen in order. We've been terrible. Jim Farr is a righty, so we've got our primary lineup versus righties in there. We're going to sit Gary Hancock. We're going to give Jeffrey Leonard a shot to maybe play the next 3 or 4 games in a row, see if he can give us some offensive boost. We got Reggie back in there, and Lance Parrish should move down the lineup. Tommy Brookins has had home runs in consecutive games, so we'll see if he can keep that streak alive. There's the season stats for you. And let's go ahead and do the Tigers lineup rundown. Batting leadoff and playing second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Batting second in center field is Ricky Henderson. Batting third in left field is Kirk Gibson. Batting cleanup at shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting fifth at first base is Jason Thompson. Batting sixth in right field is Jeffrey Leonard. Batting seventh and DHing is Reggie Jackson. Batting eighth and catching is Lance Parrish. And batting ninth at third base is Tommy Brookins. Jim Farr, as I mentioned, making a start today for the Rangers, his 13th start of the season. He was 4-5 last year as a rookie with a 6.36 ERA. Not doing much better, 3-8 with a 6.19 for the last place Rangers. But he has improved his walk to strikeout ratio. Opponent's batting average right in the same range there, as he does have a complete game this season. So we'll see if we can take it to him here today, get back on the winning side. So we moved Sweet Lou back into the leadoff role. First game back, we had him batting 8th or 9th. But we want to try to get the offense rocking, and maybe Whitaker can be a catalyst as he pops out to short. So having Whitaker bat leadoff moves Ricky into the number 2 spot. And he's going to get an infield single back to Farr, which is nice. We'll take it. So Henderson's on first base, and I think we got to let Gibby swing away once here. He's batting .317 versus righties. He's in a bit of a slump, but there we go, base hit to right field. And it's first and third. I was going to say Gibson defensively has been horrible. I did not realize, but he's had 2 errors in 4 starts in left field, so not great. So here's Trammell. I dropped him down into the cleanup role just for this exact reason. He's our best hitter right now, and maybe he could drive in some runs. Oh, yeah, there we go. Line drive into left center field, and Trammell's got an RBI double. Gibby at third, and there's still only 1 out. So with 1 down and runners in scoring position, we have JT leading the team with 44 RBIs. We're going to make it 45 as Thompson grounds out to second. Gibson scores and Trammell moves up. So 2 down. Here's Jeff Leonard. As I said, we're going to give him a trial run in right field. He flips it into left center field, and it's going to be caught by the center fielder for the 3rd out. So we go to the bottom of the first, and it's 2-0. We're on the board. Let's do the Rangers lineup rundown. Batting leadoff in left field is Jim Norris. Batting second at shortstop is Wayne Tollison. Batting third at first base is Steve Garvey. Batting cleanup and catching is Darryl Porter. Batting fifth in right field is Glenn Braggs. Batting sixth at third base is Rusty Stahl. Batting seventh at second base is Bump Wills. And batting eighth and DHing is Johnny Grubb. Batting ninth in center field is Mickey Rivers. Jack is on the mound. And I don't know, he's just been rough of late. Let's take a look at his log. Yeah, he's given up 5 or more runs in 3 of the last 4 starts. And he's only had 1 decision, and that was a victory in a game where he gave up 2 runs, but both were unearned. So he's in a stretch right now where he does not look good. Opponents are batting .254. He's only got 37 strikeouts in 73 innings, so I don't know what's wrong with him. But maybe today's the day he turns it around. Batting the leadoff then is Jim Norris. Rips a line drive to right, and that's caught by Leonard. There's 1 down. Next up is Wayne Tollison. First time we're seeing him. Ground ball to Brookins, and Tommy throws him out. 2 down. Here is Steve Garvey. And Garvey strikes out swinging. So 1-2-3 inning. And we go to the top of the second. 2-0 Detroit. Here's Reggie Jackson. And Reggie pops up. Reggie is not good, folks. Batting, 118 now? 125. With no jacks. We gave him a day off. We gave him a couple days off. It's hard to play him every day when you're not producing. And Parrish, we dropped into the 8th spot, gets a base hit. So runner on first for Tommy. Brookins slugging .632 versus righties. As I said, he has home runs in back-to-back games. Ground ball to short, that should be 2. Oh no, Brookins beats it out at first, so they get the lead runner. And with Tommy on first, we're going to try to steal. Brookins 93 speed, not really much of a stolen base guy, but he gets it 1 there, and that's going to be his first. That's only his first. Well, I guess he doesn't get a lot of base hits. So yeah, he's 1 for 4 in stolen bases this year. So I guess he was due. Back to the top of the lineup with Sweet Lou, and Lou's going to pop it straight up, carrying to third, where Rusty Staub with that 55 at third base. We need to drop down a bunt, maybe in the next inning, as Darryl Porter leads off the bottom of the second, and he strikes out. 2 Ks for Morris. That's going to bring up the 18-year-old Glenn Braggs, batting 147 this season. Morris strikes him out looking, so 2 down. Here is Rusty Staub getting a start at third. I mean, he really can't be played anywhere. At this point of his career, he was a full-time DH, but this is his second time playing third this season. He's played first 7 games, right field, and he was in center field once. So that is wacky. Okay, well, got to get the La Grande Orange into the lineup. Staub hits a ground ball to second. There's the third out of the inning, and we go to the top of the third. Ricky Henderson leading off. And he walks. We did not steal with him last time, and Gibby came through. So let's try it again. Oh, there you go. Flips it to the left. That should fall in. It does. Base hit for Gibby. Henderson takes third. So at least we're not running ourselves out of the game like we've had in the past. We're going to let Trammell swing away again. Oh, there we go. 3-run Jimmy Jack to right. Nice. That is the 9th dong for Trammell. A 3-run shot, and this new lineup is looking pretty good against Jim Farr, not such a superstar. I was kind of reaching with that one. And speaking of reaching, Thompson reaches the right field upper deck with his 13th home run of the year. So 6 runs on 7 hits so far. And let's see if we can go back to back to back with Jeffrey Leonard. Oh, nope. You got to swing in order to do that. And Jeff Leonard did not comply. So here we go with Mr. Reggie Jackson. He's going to fly out to center field. At least he got it to the outfield for once. So that's the second out of the inning. It's going to bring up Lance Parrish. He had a base hit. 2 for 5 now against Farr in his career. And Parrish hits a ground ball to short, and that will finish the inning. So we put 4 on the board on back-to-back home runs from Trammell and JT. And we go to the bottom of the third. Here's Bump Wills, who was the photograph on the title card, as I always try to do the home team on the title cards. And Mr. Bump Wills, he's going to pop it up to second on the outfield grass. Whitaker makes the play. 1 down. Here is future Tiger Johnny Grubb, part of our World Series team in '84. And Grubb walks. I don't know why he's not batting leadoff. That's his specialty. So only the first walk for Morris. It's going to bring up Mickey Rivers, and he rips it to right. It gets down for a hit. And Grubb can only advance to second. Maybe he had to hold up to see if it was going to be caught by Leonard. So first and second, only 1 out. Here's the next lefty in the lineup. There's 3 in a row there. First 2 have gotten on. And a ground ball by Norris to short, and they turn 2. So a great job there by Morris getting the grounder to turn the double play. And we go to the top of the fourth. Tommy Brookins leading off. Let's get him in on the home runs. Boom. Nope. It's a high fly ball. 268 feet. Not nearly long enough. It's 1 down. Back to the top of the lineup with Whitaker, and Whitaker walks. So Sweet Lou on first base. We're up 6. I don't think we need to attempt to steal. But we're going to try to avoid the double play, is what I was going to say, with Henderson. And he walks, so it's first and second now. And this has continued to work for us. As Gibby's 2 for 2. 1 down, runners on first and second for Gibby. And he walks. And that's going to be it for Jim Farr. That was his 4th walk, and the bases are loaded now. And they're bringing in a lefty, Mark Mercer, who actually has been pretty good. He was actually really great last year. I remember him doing really well against us. Look at that 196 opponent's batting average. He had 4 saves. This year he must be in long relief as the left-hander. 2-1, 3.42 ERA, 15 Ks in those 23 innings. Opponents batting only .216. But we've got the guy up we want. We got Alan Trammell. Had that 3-run home run, and with 1 down and the bases loaded, we're going to have him swing away. Oh, no. Ground ball to second. And a double play. Oh, come on. So Mercer comes in and gets the job done. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. 6-0 Detroit. Here's Wayne Tollison leading off the bottom of the 4th. Ground ball back to Morris. 1 down. Here is Steve Garvey. Perfectly coiffed hair. Ground ball to first. And there's the second out. Who had better hair in baseball? Steve Garvey or Pete Rose or Oscar Gamble? Gotta throw Oscar Gamble in there. 2 down. Here is Darryl Porter. This is a manufactured card by Jeremy DeJong. Fantastic looking card. Good job by him. As Porter hits a ground ball to first. And that's going to do it as we go to the top of the 5th, 1-2-3 inning. We have JT, a lefty versus lefty. Thompson batting .048. And he rips it into right center field. It's going to be caught on a line 326 feet. So not even to the warning track. 1 down. Here is Jeff Leonard. Jeff Leonard flipping it into the left. That's going to fall in for a hit. Do we want to go for 2? We are up by 6, but I'm going to say no. I'm going to give Reggie a chance here. It's a lefty on lefty situation. I mean, if anybody's due, it's got to be Reggie. And he pops it up. Hey, if we put the distance together of all of his pop-ups, he would have probably about a dozen home runs. So 2 down. Here's Parrish. Parrish clobbers lefties. He's 1 for 2 against Mercer, and he strikes out. Wow. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. Maybe I should have went for second with Leonard. And so Morris, at only 42 pitches, is going to face Glenn Bragg's 071 versus righties. Oh boy, there's a base hit to center field. And an error by Henderson allows Bragg's to move into scoring position. Runner on second now for Rusty Staub, famous third baseman. And he lines out to right. Bragg's tags and goes to third. So runner on third, 1 down for Bump Wills. Wow, he's a 344 hitter versus righties. I missed that the first time through. Ground ball to second. That should score Bragg's. It does. And now it's 6-1 as Whitaker tosses out Bump Wills at first. So the Rangers are on the board. Here's Johnny Grubb with 2 down. Walked his last time, and he hits a high fly ball down the right field line. Oh, caught at the wall. So the error by Henderson allows Braggs to get into scoring position and eventually score. So it's 6-1. Mark Mercer is still in the game. Give up only 1 hit so far. Tommy Brookins finally gets a base hit versus the lefties. He's struggling against the left-handers. So Brookins on first. We're up 5 runs. I want to see if Whitaker can lay down a bunt for a hit to third base. Right over there, Sweet Lou. Let's teach him a lesson. I don't know what happened there. A single. He did get a hit in front of first. Okay, it's hard to tell what happened there, but it worked. I don't know if I've had a bunt single all season. So we'll take it. First and second, nobody out. Ricky B. Ricky comes to the plate. Ground ball to second. And a double play. So that really erases that great bunt, and it's going to be up to Gibby to get something done here. Oh, they walk him. It's going to bring up the dangerous Alan Trammell, first and third. Let's get another 3-run shot right here. Nope. Got to take the bat off the shoulder. Go to the bottom of the 6th. Let's take a look at the in-game statistics. Who do we give it to so far? I mean, Gibby, 2 for 2 and 2 walks. Trammell, 2 for 4. And I believe he's got 4 RBIs? Or 3. He's got at least 3, we know that. And Reggie, only Detroit Tiger hitter not to have a hit. Okay, here's Mickey Rivers leading off the bottom of the 6th. And Rivers will fly out to Henderson in center field. There's 1 down. Next up is Jim Norris. No relation to Chuck Norris. He does walk like a Texas Ranger. Oh my God, there's like so much going on in that. I swear to God, I didn't even plan to do that. That was actually really good. I pat myself on the back. I got dad jokes. So Norris is on first. And here's Wade Tollison. I'm not even drinking. It's like daytime as Tollison strikes out. There's 2 down. Oh, for Steve Garvey. Sometimes I crack myself up. Oh, come on. Morris is trying to get the Rangers back in the game single-handedly. So it's first and second with 2 down. Here's Darryl Porter, 0 for 2 with a K today. Yep, there it is. 3-run shot into the night. And it is 6-4. Morris has only given up 3 hits so far. So it's not like he's been terrible, but that was a bad inning. Oh, yeah, it's continuing. Now we got a bunch of lefties. So we're going to pull out Morris here, and we're going to bring in Dave Rucker, just recalled from the minors. And this will be his 5th game He's given up no runs. Jinx. 5 1/3 innings pitched. Opponent's only batting 111. And he is going to face a Rusty Staub. With 2 down. Staub hits a ground ball to Whitaker. And that will finish off the inning. So Morris leaves with the lead. And we go to the top of the 7th. They're going to bring in Jim Kern. And Jim Kern is their closer. They're bringing him in the 7th. This is his 20th game. He's 1-3, 3.33 ERA. More walks than Ks, which is a far cry from what he did last year. But opponent's only batting 229 against him, so he's been pretty tough for this last place team. JT will be the first Tiger to face him, and he's going to fly out to right center field. There's 1 down. Next up is Jeff Leonard. Jeff Leonard, line drive into center field all the way to the wall, and Leonard gets that double that I didn't give him the last time. Didn't give him the opportunity anyway. So Leonard is on second, 1 down. Here is Reggie Jackson, 1 for 2 with a walk against Kern in his career. Ground ball to Rusty Staub, and I was hoping that would be an error, but it's not. And Leonard has to hold as Jackson, dare I say, is washed up. As Parrish walks, it's first and second now for Tommy B. Tommy B, 250 with that 600 slugging percentage. Oh, Kern strikes him out. So that's going to end the top of the 7th. We go to the bottom half. We got a bunch of lefties coming up after Bump Wills here. And Wills versus lefties only batting 226, so he does much better versus righties. He's going to flip it into right center field. That's going to fall in. Oh, it's going to be caught by Leonard. And that'll be the first out. So Leonard on his horse, making the catch for the first out. Next up is Johnny Grubb. Dave Rucker gets him with a 84-mile-an-hour slider. He's going to leave it up to Mickey Rivers. Rivers gets a base hit just past Trammell. And this is definitely going to be a stolen base opportunity. But we got a bunch of lefties up. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't go, but who knows. Oh, boy. Flip to left. And Gibby makes the catch. Okay. Go to the top of the 8th. Still 6-4. And they're going to bring in Sparky Lyle. Sparky, probably most famous for being the Yankees on the World Series team. Oh, wow. He went 13-5, 26 saves in 77. I don't think he won a Cy Young. I could be wrong about that. But great mustache and a pretty solid player. He's 36 years old in this game. This is only his 5th appearance of the season. So here's Sweet Lou batting versus Lyle, leading off the 8th. Ground ball to short. There's 1 down. Next up is Ricky Henderson. Henderson 1 for 2, couple of walks. He's going to pop it up into foul ground on the first base side. There's 2 outs. He's going to leave it up to Gibby. Gibby flipping it to left. And it will be caught by Jim Norris for the 3rd out. We go to the bottom of the 8th. We've got Tollison, we got a righty, we got a lefty. Oh boy. Okay, we're not going to. We're going to switch them out. Oh, damn, we only got 1 righty. And we might need him. Well, no, because Cappy can close. Okay, sorry. I'm just talking through it in my head. We're going to bring in Dave Patterson. First appearance of the season. And we're basically bringing him in to start off the inning and then try to get at least these two outs here. So we'll see how it plays out. Patterson making his first appearance as a Tiger. Ground ball, infield single, and this is about to get suspenseful. Here's Steve Garvey. Maybe they were former teammates on the Dodgers. I don't know. Ground ball to first. Oh, come on. That is total bullshit. I don't know what to say. Well, we're going to bring in Capizzello. He's our best pitcher left. And if you can't get the lefties, I mean, this run doesn't mean anything. We need to turn two. We're going to keep the infield back and see how it works out as he walks. The base is loaded, and now I have a right-hander. And I have no right-handers to go to. Yeah, this is bad. And Bragg's 18 years old. He's got a ton of power. A base hit will probably score too. So you can't bring in the infield. Can't really do anything. Just pitch. And that it will be enough to get the lead and more. Nope, just ties it up. So that's going to take away the victory as Staub hits it right into the dirt. There's one down. Got to pull the infield in now. Striking him out. And another hit. That'll give him the lead. And another infield single. And a ground ball to first. So the Rangers get 4 runs. Nothing you can do about it. And that's going to ruin pretty much what would have been one of the better games of the season. As Hinkie walks Trammell. It's going to bring up Thompson, who we know with one swing of the bat can tie it up. That's not the swing. Okay, so here's Jeffrey Leonard. Let's hit and run. Try to stay out of the double play to end the game. And that's a ground ball to short. And it comes down to the worst player on the team. Not a pitcher anyway. And he strikes out. Well, shit. What can you do? We lost 8-6. Just wasn't meant to be. There's that trade offer again from the Cardinals for Dale Murphy and Mike Dimmel for Mickey Hatcher, but it's not worth it. And standings, another loss, 3 in a row. Snatched defeat from the hands of victory. We're going to got to pull all this back because we were looking at that stuff earlier. All teams. And then we got to scroll it on down. All right. Yep, nothing new anyway. And pull up the box score and get out of here. Just, I don't know what to say. It's very discouraging, but it was fun for a minute, and then it wasn't. At least I worked in some jokes with with Jim Norris. Alan Trammell, we're going to give him a player game. He did have 4 ribbies. And he had 2 hits. They had that home run. Not a lot of good it did. Nobody came through. We needed it, including our bullpen, Capizzello. I mean, Dave Patterson was garbage in his first appearance. Couldn't even get an out. The second coming of Bob Lacey. And then the guy we've been relying on, George Capizzello, just... I don't know. Now, here's the good news. The good news is, if we take a quick look back, we do get Tom Hume back tomorrow, who was a one-time closer for the Reds. So he might be the guy who we can put in that role, maybe solidify it. We'll send Patterson back down. That'll be the play. And then, what else can we do? So we're going to call it a day. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. And we'll see you tomorrow. Maybe with better results. Have a good night.